Hello, hello, hello. Hey all, and welcome to Lumberjack Attack. We have for you today a very special video. Johnny and I, Johnny who you haven't met yet on this channel, we're starting to branch into other games, and we're going to spend a lot of time on Total War. Just doing massive crazy battles and all different sort of things, generally against each other. We weren't actually planning on putting one up today, but as we were testing out our system and trying out a bunch of different things and just practicing playing, we had this absolutely ridiculous, this crazy battle. And I thought, it's just too good not to share. It's the interesting thing about it is that we actually thought it was going to be a siege. And so we set up our armies as if we were sieging, and then I'd accidentally set it as a field battle. So there's not too much cav. But without further ado, I will just quickly run through the army comps. So I was looking at my army first, and I am the Easterlings. I am Rhûn. I've got a few units of Luknarim, the good archers, and behind them I've got some clan crossbowmen. Line of them. Then I've got, I think, a couple of units of Luke Gambrim, a couple of units of Luke Flagrim, and some Luke Narim, some skirmishers, the Balkoth tribesmen. Then I've got a catapult, a ballista, and I've got some Eastland cavalry over there, and my general is over in this lovely looking unit. Look at that, man. Great. And then we'll go and look at Johnny's army, who's just over this hill. And this is the reason that this battle is insane. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of siege that he brought. 5. As I just looked at his army, as his army turned up, I was just like, what am I going to do? I'm going to get absolutely splashed. So, so we'll start with them. He's got a trebuchet, 2 trebuchets, catapult, 2 catapult, 3 catapults. And then he's got some Gondor archers. Looks like another unit of Gondor archers, some Gondor infantry, some Fountain Guard, very tough, some Swan Knights, a couple of units of those. More Gondor infantry in the back. Gondor archers in the middle. It's actually a nice setup. He's protected his archers with spikes. Okay, without further ado, let's get this battle a-rolling. So, my plan here was to sit back a little bit, fire my artillery, and then I just see these massive cannonballs just come flying in. Bam. And I'm just thinking, uh-oh. Oh, look at them go. Oh, these units got absolutely trashed. And he's taken out one of my catapults already. So my archers are falling back. And I'm just like, what can I do against such reckless hate? And so here I go. I'm charging my clan crossbowmen forward. And Johnny's playing smart here. He's set up defensively. He set up his army defensively, and he's got the range. So that's fair. Oh, here comes some flaming. Oh, and I miss, which is a shame. And he's just absolutely tearing my army apart. From the perspective of the crossbow, yeah, they are getting absolutely shredded. Oh, another. Oh, there we go. Big splash right in the middle of his Gondor archers. Oh, and another one. Taking out the very important Fountain Guard. And this is just a big old artillery skirmish. One that I cannot win. Oh, look at those rocks just flying over. Crazy. And just look at them all in a line. And they just crash. And at this point, I had no answer. I think my ballista are taking out a couple of his... Yes, my ballista is sniping out a couple of his catapults, but not nearly enough and not nearly quickly enough. And yes, and he's begun to fire, and my clan crossbowmen are really just getting destroyed. Oh, smash. Oh, there we go. It's hitting my heavy cavalry at the back, done some real damage. Let's follow this. Man, that was a good hit. I love artillery. I love it. And this is just a massive bombard. Let's watch these guys' perspective. Whoop, there are some crossbow bolts coming in. Boom, boom. Oh, just all those rocks in the sky. See, this is why this battle is insane. It is absolutely ridiculous. I've already lost 14% of my men. And most of that is to the thing. Oh, and here we go. Here's a very important part. See, I saw, yes, his archers. They're unprotected there in the open. And I did not see these. So let's just watch this. Oh dear, this very doomed charge. And this is my general, by the way. This is my general. And I was like, at this point, I was, what? Oh no. Oh no. And my unit is absolutely trashed. And I've done nothing to him. So that's a tragic sight. We can just see the rocks and the arrows just screaming in the background. By this point, I decided to disengage my general, but the damage had long been done. They maybe took out one or two. More. Oh. And I have taken out a whole unit of catapults, but there's a lot more where that came from. I'm doing a good amount of damage. I mean, I sent these skirmishers are quite cheap. So I did send them forward as a bit of a meat shield, and they are getting some reasonable harass off. But Johnny was more than happy just to sit back and fire his many pieces of artillery. And here we go, using fire arrows. And just raining death from all angles. Poor men. 34 left. Yeah, my skirmishers are absolutely getting annihilated. But here we go. So I've charged around my other unit of cavalry. I decided to try to be a bit smarter with these guys. And at the same time, I've charged in my infantry. And I charged in the infantry partially because I was just getting absolutely destroyed. Look at that. I've lost almost a quarter of my force in that skirmish engagement. But also, I wanted to distract him from what my cav was doing. And man, so much death in the background. So I was just running away here. Just being careful. Yes, and we have engaged in the front. So my Loke Flag Rim are taking on his very elite Fountain Guard. Just actually not sure who'd win this, but it definitely looks like... Yeah, it definitely looks like the Fountain Guard are doing better with some archer support. I've charged in another unit. Oh, another good hit. Bam! Oh, and I've taken out a catapult there. Great. So, over here, my cavalry are engaged. Yeah, they're engaged with these Gondor infantry. And that was very frustrating, because I really wanted to get them around and start fighting, but yeah, now there is battle line all along this way. Just men just cutting each other apart. Very good battle line. And just more fire from the sky. Man. Oh, there we go. Another catapult's down. There's more bolts flying through. Now you'll notice I saw Johnny was being very defensive and trying to hold his battle line. So I actually just did not attack in the center so that I can continue freely firing my catapults and my archers and my ballista into this area. Let's just look at the fighting for a while. Just look at that. And you don't get games like this ever. This was actually a game I dreamt about from playing like original Rhûn, something like with Lord of the Rings. And I have taken out a lot of his artillery. It's mainly my ballista. My ballista has been massively important in this battle. But I also just rushed into combat. But yeah, there's still more. Man, a lot of arrows. And yes, my Eastlings are getting surrounded here. I mean, Johnny did miss a trick not running out and getting around them. But here we go. My Easterling cavalry have finally dealt with their attackers, the Gondor infantry. And now I'm just going to charge in to this trebuchet artillery. Bang. That was a good charge. Just completely just knock them on the head. Oh, and I've killed his general. I've sniped. Oh no, I didn't snipe him. I used these Luke Thorim, these flamethrowers, and I absolutely just tore him apart. Look at that. I just burned his general to a crisp. Man, these guys are absolutely deadly. And this whole center is just absolutely burnt. And here we go. I'm getting some hammer and anvil strikes on the back of their men where they were holding really strong. And I had to do something because at this point, the battle is not going well for me. My battle line is very, very thin. Got some archers in the back and some Balkoth tribesmen, but they're throwing their javelins. But only here am I feeling somewhat confident in my men's ability to hold. And they are getting surrounded. It's just not going well. But I do have my cavalry. And so I think my cavalry, I go ahead and I charge them up this way. Yes. Yeah, he's chasing them with his Gondor infantry, but I have to silence that catapult. He's still doing me so much damage. And I've sniped it out with my ballista again. Man, that ballista is absolutely a beast. You have to bring one. You have to bring the ballista. I'm also attacking these swan knights from the back. And I don't know what Johnny's archers are doing there. They seem to be chasing me down. Oh, got some friendly fire there. Oh, got back here. Yeah, so we've just got a lot of archers now sitting at the back. And I think the mistake Johnny makes here is still trying to hold the battle lines. He really should have tried to get around, flank my Loknar Rim, and flank my Oak Gamp Rim as well. And just get around them, deal with the arrow fire, and then see what happens. Because I do have a lot of men in reserve. Yeah, I've got these Loknar Rim who are quite useful, actually. And they're pretty much untouched. And some tribesmen as well. And I'm just still raining death. Let's see. And by now we've killed 60% of the enemies. And here we go. Yes, I'm still fighting against these irritating catapults. I think I'm getting friendly fire here as well, which is very annoying. Which I did not notice. And here we go. And look at this. There is no battle line anymore. For some reason, these men are just holding. But yeah, I've got, 43 spearmen over here in this whole flank. And so I just didn't care about friendly fire at this point. And these men up on the hill, just raining death. Oh, a couple of men are shooting back. Here they go. Oh, I'm behind their spikes. And oh, man, they're getting shredded. Let's look at my archer's point of view. Here we go. Yeah, they are just... That is a rain of fire. Well, it's not fire, is it? And over here, I've reinforced it with some Loknar Rim. I think they'd used up all their ammo, so I charged them in just to hold this line. Because now what I was doing is I was banking on winning on this flank. And here we go. Get some more hammer and anvil. Charge! Yes. Ah, that's a good one. mean, it wasn't the greatest in terms of aesthetics, but their line was thin, and now they are getting chopped to pieces. Here we go. So Johnny's sending over his Fountain Guard now. My Luke Thulrim are fleeing, and yes, he's reinforcing the lines. But I am getting plenty of shots off. Plenty of arrows are flying that way. And my spearmen are still holding, and fair play to them. I'm pretty sure they were like the first unit I charged in, and they're still fighting. I'm very impressed with them. And here I'm moving my catapult forward. Let's go back to this side. This is where the real action is, because yeah, now he's surrounding me. So he's getting his elite troops around and really, really causing some havoc. However, it may be too late because I have basically broken. Yeah, I've destroyed the Swan Knights over here, and he's have to charge in his catapult men. And I was getting a bit sick of these archers, so I actually, the remainder of my general's bodyguard, I charged into the back. And this time I didn't go through the stakes. And it was a bit of a suicide charge. I mean, they are high tier, but they're not going to survive against that many men. But I just stopped the arrows for a little while. Yes, it's a very messy battle. Very messy. But, so Johnny's holding here in the middle. And he's got some archers sort of over there who I think returned from fleeing. And now my cavalry are just running amok. Let's look at this epic battle. Still some Swan Knights and the Fountain Guard. They just look amazing. Man, I love the Fountain Guard. They are fantastic. And here we go. My cavalry are engaged with the Gondor infantry. And, the Gondor infantry are wavering and very tired, so they might win this, my cavalry. But they've just been running around causing so much havoc. Oh, and over here, looks like I'm charging in more archers who've used their ammo. Getting around these Fountain Guard. Oh, I'm firing in. Doesn't really matter about friendly fire at this point because, yes, I've lost 59% and I've killed 85%. So I really turned this around. And although obviously the fact that I had the cavalry really helped me. The fact that I could flank around and there wasn't too much he could do except maybe zoning out and focusing his archers on them. So they really helped my cavalry, and they're still running around. Still running amok. And there's only really one pocket of battle left. And that's over here. But yeah, I made quite a few mistakes. I sort of panicked when I saw all the artillery, and I was going to be more patient than I was because I thought I had a good skirmishing army. And I sort of attacked a bit in waves at the beginning, just sending my crossbowmen, which actually wasn't too bad an option. But I turned it around, I think, in the microing of this battle line. Getting around, getting behind them, knocking out the important artillery pieces. Oh, that poor guy is just trying to run away. Getting absolutely sniped by archers. Look at him. Look at his cool hat. It's like he's got cat ears. Here we go. He's just running through this hail of fire. Just these, hundreds of darts of death. And he's just like, no, I just want to live. I just don't want to die. Don't kill me. Anyway. Yep. So we are victorious over at this flank. And now my men are just sort of running back and forward like crazy people. Oh, that's right, because we still got to deal with these. My general is actually still in the fight. Oh, this is my general's retinue, and he's destroyed this unit. Well, good on him. He gets his revenge. Chases him down. They're being shot anyway. Very nasty. And now we'll just survey the dead. Yeah, look at them all lying exactly the same. It's I think that must be the way you die when you get shot. You fall with the bow in your left hand out like that. And here we go. Oh man. Yep, a lot of dead Gondor infantry and not really too many dead Easterlings. You can see a shield there. Oh, I think these might be my pants. Yeah, so it's a pretty clear battle line, but a lot of dead here. And this, look at all these burnt men. They're just all burnt to a crisp. It was those fire throwers. They just absolutely destroyed that middle section. More burnt. So much burnt. And then my lovely gold armor. So here it was much more in Johnny's favor. I mean, there are quite a few dead Fountain Guard, but probably a lot more. On here is a final sort of duel. This is the final battle. My 2 archers taking on his 2 elite Fountain Guard. And I just want to see who wins here. So we'll just watch. Because yes, I actually think these are the only 2 units. And fair play to them. Their entire army's routed and they're like, no, we stand. But yeah, I was having none of it, so I charged over more men to surround them. Probably should have let them duel, but my archers were never going to win that. Oh, that swarm. That absolute swarm. Oh, yeah. And I decided, you know what? I've got enough men. I'm going to fire my ballista in there as well. And I've killed one of my duelists. Oh, that's a shame. And he's just turned to others. Oh, he's down. We killed one. This guy's still in the duel. Man, what an absolute legend. He hasn't. Oh, and there we go. We snipe him out. And that's the end of the battle. So that was absolutely chaotic. And it's partially because neither of us have really played much online. So we were both a bit panicky, but there we go. I deployed 2,300. And I lost exactly 1,200, which is a nice round number, but killed 2,300. I killed as much as I had. And Johnny only killed 1,300, so there we go. Let's look at the battle statistics. So who did well? My crossbowmen, they got shredded. But my Loke Gamp Rim, I think were the archers. Well, actually, I don't know. I think that one unit got a lot of kills. The catapult got 141 kills. The ballista got 64 kills, plus taking out the artillery, which is important. But look at this. The Easterling cavalry, 412 kills. 412! And that there won me the battle. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more, because there will be more. There'll be bigger, crazier battles. We've already played and recorded a couple of really cool ones, but I just thought I'd put this sort of epic, crazy battle up and just for you guys to have a look at, just to see what we're about. And I promise you, Johnny will be in one of these videos soon. He's still around. He's just doing stuff in the background. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.